Okay, I'll go ahead and get started a little early. So, hello. Um, back in October, one of the donation tools I had was between Pokemon Snap and Mega Man Zero Three. And after like a two-game winning streak for the Mega Man Zero series, Pokemon Snap unseated them and managed to win its donation duel. So that's why I'm going to play it. But I decided to, even though it was one of the later donation tools for the month, I decided to go ahead and start it early in November, just because, just because it's on the shorter side. It's not that long a game, and felt to be better that to go ahead and get these shorter games out of the way before I get to the longer ones. So, here, let me just go ahead and start. Time for some early 3D polygon Pokemon. Oh, this was by HAL Laboratories, the Kirby studio. And yeah, this is first playthrough of this. I've never even seen or like okay, I've seen oh that yeah, that's an early 3D model. And I've seen pictures of this game, but only from a guidebook. But only from a guide like a video game guide for that included a really old video game guide that included a walkthrough on Pokemon Snap. That's it. And that was a long time ago. So I have not seen. Yeah, this is not just first time playing this game. This is the first time I've actually didn't really see this game outside of like a video game guide from like 15 years ago. Hmm. Did not know this was made by HAL Laboratories. Let's see, yeah. Pokemon photographer card. Write your name here and don't lose it. Oh, hey, Van Oslo guy says, send me. I'm gonna buy a new Pokemon Snap for Nintendo Switch. From what I've heard, that game was exactly what people wanted. It didn't really get like a lot of attention, but that was because it was exactly what people were wanting, like a brand new Pokemon Snap game. Alright, we'll just go. Hey, can I go? How many? Can I just write the full name on here? Here, I'll see if I can write the full name. Mm, nope, can't write the full name. So we'll just go with Brawl.
Hello there.
Oh, okay, that speaks.
Hello there, Brawl. I'm Oak, the Pokemon Professor. The reason I invited you here is this Pokemon report. I'd like for you to take pictures of Pokemon for the Pikmin report. Here on Pokemon Island, wild Pokemon can be found everywhere. This is my new invention, the 01 vehicle. You can take this on your trip. 01 vehicle constantly moves towards the goal gate. Shall I repeat this information? I'll teach you how to take pictures in the first course. I'm counting on you, Brawl. Press A to do it. What a sunny beach. It looks great.
Oh, okay, that's actually him saying. Okay, that's actually him saying that. What a sunny beach! It looks great. I should get some awesome shots here there. Dang, is that just a? Interesting to see a an entire island where there are no trainers. Oh, Oak used what funds he has, which I don't know how he gets. I don't know how he gets money, but he apparently has a lot. But it looks like Oak just as people started really catching a lot of Pokemon, Oak was like, "I'm just gonna set aside a private island for the Pokemon."
Yes.
Press Z to aim. Okay, gonna have to view the controls here. What's the Z button? Okay, ready camera. Look around. Okay, Zill. Pause. Use dash engine. Take picture. Throw Pokemon food. Throw Pester Ball. Play the Poke Flute. Look left. Look forward. Look forward. Look left. Look right. All right. So I take a lot of Pokemon pictures. Okay. Oh no, that's inverted. Oh no. Oh no. Well, this is just delightful. This is just a yes. I mean, it's just a rail shooter, but with camera picture, taking pictures of Pokemon. Oh, if Pokemon were real, people would absolutely be taking just tons of. If Pokemon were real, people would be taking tons of pictures of them, or like there would be like entire schools about Pokemon photography. I guess let me just get. And because I don't know if it's got all 151 of the original Pokemon, but oh, this is just delightful. And also an interesting take on like a rail shooter. Like very interesting and unique take on a rail shooter, just instead of shooting and like instead of having a gun, you have a camera. It is kind of funny how many it is a little funny how often how sometimes when Japanese video games want to make a game where you shoot something, but they don't want you to have a gun. They'll use... But they want you to shoot something, but they don't want you to have a gun. They'll give you a camera. Like the first example besides this is Fatal Frame that I could think of. Yeah, I gotta be quick. Okay. One picture, 3, 4. Okay, thank goodness. I thought for a second they were just gonna say only one picture. I'll choose which picture to show. Okay, well let's see. 5 pictures of press A. Should I show this to Professor Oak? Yeah. Oh. No, not that one. I'm guessing I can only show one picture of a Pokemon. Those are very pixelated. Okay, this one, yeah, Pikachu. Let's get that mascot in there. The Butterfree's bothering. Okay, Butterfree bothering the Snorlax. Sure. This is like quite a few Pokemon in there, so yeah, let's give them that. Okay, Kangaskhan and Lapras. Okay. So these Professor Oak? Sure.
Yes.
Let's see what he says.
What's new this time? Let me see. This is Pikachu. How's the size?
Well, you can't just ask that up front, Professor Oak.
430 points! It's so-so. How's the pose? 1,000 points. All right, it's very nice. How's the technique? Okay, that Pokemon is right in the middle of the frame. I can double the score for you. Wonderful, your work is impeccable. Keep up the good work. Let me see, this is Butterfree. How's the size? Ah, it's not very good. You were close, but it would have been better if it were a larger shot. Let me see, this is Pidgey.
I guess it only takes notice of one's Pokemon at once, which is a bit. I would think that pictures with multiple Pokemon interacting would get more points.
You were close.
It disappoints Pokemon to be photographed from behind. I'm sure there's a lot of Pokemon that would just not like to be photographed at all. And here we see Professor Oak, typical guy who knows nothing about photography, trying to tell a photographer how to do their job. Just like,
Well, the Pokemon's not in the middle of the frame. I only see, and you catch this Butterfree far off. No, that's not the. It's like, no, I have two-thirds perspective. What are you talking about? I'm focusing on the Meowth to the left.
this is the point where I reveal that I took a photography class in college, and I've retained some of the information from it.
You were close.
If it were a larger shot. Okay, well.
Wonderful.
Wait. Let's turn to left. Okay.
I saw the pictures taken by Brawl.
Yeah, you're saying that directly to him.
I saved those pictures in the Pikmin report. I'll help you out once you have more Pokemon photo pictures. Good luck, Brawl. Oh, I have arranged it so that you can see the Pikmin report.
So I guess I'm gonna need to get pictures of like all original 150. Well, okay, it's not original. Yeah, it is the original 150, I think. I have to remember if Lapras is in the original 150. Yeah, the goal. Okay, yeah, the goal of this game is to like get a picture. The goal of this game is to get a picture of Mew, so it's definitely 150. It's definitely the original 150 Pokemon. Back when Mew was like the most important Pokemon ever. Before it became just another legendary. Well, not even just another legendary, it was just like not even the legendary people care most about. Go to the next course.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, let's go. Wait. Oh no. Gosh, it's gonna take a little bit too. Gosh, I missed that. Oh, that electro explodes just right next to us. Dang, I gotta be quick, but yeah, that's... Oh, those Electrode. Always out in the wild, blowing up. Exploding. Spending their days exploding. Okay, it said something about, like, a pester ball. Dang it. Okay, didn't catch that one. I guess maybe I don't have... Okay, I don't have a pester ball or a... I don't have pester ball or Pokemon food. Wait, what was that? It's nice looking water there. I guess maybe I could do something with that egg. Oh, dang it. Alright, missed both of those. Those might be ghastly. Looking at them. Right. They're overall very simple environments here, but I'm not really gonna care too much because I'm just like looking around, constantly looking for the next Pokemon. Oh, a rock. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. They change as soon as. What was that? These areas really aren't that. Okay, there might be like alternate paths, or there's definitely like gonna be like alternate paths or extra things I can do because there's really these don't seem like that big paths. Hmm. To use the album mark to save my favorite pictures in the album. Okay, so he wants Pokemon in like the center of the frame. Hmm. This one, yeah, I'll show. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. That's cool. Or that's a cool way to depict the ghost Pokemon. That they only show, like, you only see, like, some sort of spirit, but you can catch their full form on film. And of course, always a Pikachu there. They gotta have the Pikachu. At this point, there's been so many different like Pikachu clones in Pokemon. They could probably in that new Pokemon Snap game, they could honestly make an entire section out of just the Pikachu clones. I think that's good. Okay, album mark. So yeah, let me save some. Okay, so I can save some of them in both the album and the. That's good that I can save some of them in both the album and send them to Oak. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see what he says. See this time. It's so. It's not very good. Wow.
Close.
So we don't photograph Pokemon from behind. That you get multiple angles of them. You get to see them from. Or I guess maybe because all Pokemon battles, the trainer only sees their Pokemon from behind. So I guess everyone's seen Pokemon from behind. Okay, fine.
Close.
Okay, so I was right. Having the Pokemon do something actually gets me more points. Right in the frame, sure. Okay.
Wonderful.
So it's like. Actually, it's a little slightly to the left of the middle of the frame, but, well, I don't... We're beginning to learn that I think we're learning that Professor Oak doesn't know much about photography.
Wonderful.
You're doing a little better than the previous guy I had brought here. What is this shit he gave me?
And it's like a perfectly taken picture of a Pikachu. Going to save your that one. You really only want one picture of a single Pokemon? Does Professor Oak think that wildlife photography... He really doesn't know anything about photography. Does Professor Oak think that wildlife photographers only take one single picture of a bird, and then they just go back?
Wonderful.
You get 8,680 more points, you'll get something cool.
Welcome back.
I guess let's just go to the... Okay, so I guess I need to repeat the courses until I get more points. Makes sense, there's not... Actually... Gosh, this is gonna take some getting used to. Oh, and there's a whole other path over there, I see. That's just some driftwood. It doesn't help that the the camera is... It doesn't help that the camera is inverted up and down. That's really messing me up. Right there. There's Snorlax. Let's focus on that Meowth and wait. Let me focus on that Meowth and wait till the right moment. Oh, I just realized instead of like the noises, instead of the just the noises that the Pokemon usually have, they actually are saying like their names, like like Pokemon do in the show, which I mean makes sense because Professor Oak being here means that this is kind of like they kind of base this more off of the show, off of the Pokemon anime than the Pokemon like what was previously in the video games. Like, no. Was that Eevee? Oh, Eevee, you're so adorable. Pokemon I'd really like to have as a pet. I'd actually like if I were to actually have a pet. Eevee definitely ranks high amongst them because I mean, well, Eevee it's just like a cat dog. So. And depending on how I raise it and spend time with it, it can evolve into like a plant cat dog, a fire cat dog, a thunder cat dog, an ice cat dog, a psychic cat dog, a goth cat dog, or a magical girl cat dog. I didn't take as many pictures at a time. I was trying to focus on taking, like, high-quality pictures. No, not that one. Oh. Not clear. It's not clear. Oh, come on. I'll choose this one, and then I'll just... Again, at least the album art. I'm keeping these Eevee photos. Yeah, I'm absolutely keeping both these Eevee photos. Alright, let's try... Professor... Okay, let's see what he says. So, it's right there! I think. Right in the middle of the frame.
Well done.
Okay, so keep this in. So-so.
Wonderful.
This is a program report. What, does he want me to just shove the camera just right directly in their face?
You were close. Well done.
Oh, okay, I guess it's better than my previous one.
You were close.
It's too...
Well done.
They're just gonna throw out my whole picture. I'm just imagining this guy would have. I don't know if this photographer guy would have stayed on this project long. I feel like the second he's like, "Here, I got another picture of Pidgey." He's like, "This one's much better," and he just grabs the one out of the previous one taken, just throws it in the trash. I feel like that would have been the breaking point. Okay, so Pidgey just doesn't.
Welcome back.
Here, we'll go back to the tunnel again.
Yes.
Wait, there used to be a power plant here. Does that mean that means there were people on this island at some point before the Pokemon overtook it? Before the Pokemon overtook the island. Okay, let me grab this picture of this. Maybe I'll get some more points for showing that electrode right at the moment of explosion. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting idea for a rail shooter. Very interesting idea for a rail shooter of like a rail shooter right as the or like you just photograph Pokemon and then like the Pokemon are doing the Pokemon are doing the exact same things. But if you could catch them at the right moment. Oh, that's right. There was one here. If you could catch them at just the right moment, you'll get a unique and much better picture. Right, there's something that happens here. Okay, maybe I can get that magic card. I hope I got that. Let's see. That's that Haunter. That... Okay, no, I got that picture of a Diglett, so... It looks like I can only take up to 60 pictures, though. Okay, and I can probably, once I get, like, those Pokemon through those Passion Balls, I can probably hit stuff there to activate stuff. And thus get better pictures. I feel like there should be some Pokemon there, or that I can interact with, but... Yeah, they're not going to want to, Oh my gosh, wait, am I going to have to hit that electrode with something and cause it to explode to open up that rock wall? Yeah, I really need to. You change controls. Okay, Look around, down, look around, up. Why is it inverted? Up. Okay, I'm gonna look around. Down. Wait, no. Okay. Oh, much better. So I'm gonna have to... Wait. Is that still... Okay, yeah, that is right. Oh my gosh. Much better. So I have to get a lot more points in order to get that, in order to get whatever I'm gonna get. I'm guessing it's either Pokemon food or the Pester Balls. I think this one is better. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, he'll love this one. It's right next to the electrode. Yeah, it's right next to the electrode, so he'll probably love that one. I think that'll be a lot better. Okay, and then let me just add some of these to my... I could say... Oh, I could only save like 53 more pictures. Dang. Well, I think that's about it. Oh, oh, I see. Okay, this is weird. So inverting... Okay, the camera, when you're aiming the camera, is inverted, but the actual control, like moving around the menus, is correct. However, when I change the controls to make the camera move normally, like up, moving the control stick up moves up, and moving the control stick down moves down, now it's changed the menu controls. So where now down moves up and up moves down. So this is... That is so weird. I guess I have to leave it inverted. Do I want the buttons to be inverted in the menus or inverted in the camera?
Yes.
Alright, let's see what he says.
Wow.
Oh, now he cares about there being more than one Pokemon. Wait, does he only care about more, like, Pokemon of the same type? You gotta be kidding me, Oak.
Well done.
Pokemon, as we all know, Pokemon live in very sheltered communities that only interact with others of their same kind. So, it's right there.
Well done.
Yeah, I cannot... I can only imagine just see, like, the anger and frustration on this photographer, just seeing it, like, Oak just shred his old photos.
Wonderful.
Right?
Wonderful.
So how many more points do I need? Oh, wait, that's right. There's still the Hunter photo. My lash... Oh, it's facing the camera. Guess I'll keep the old picture. Good thing I'm allowed to save some of these pictures. Did
Wait.
I get what I needed?
Welcome back. Here is a present for you.
You take pictures at a good pace. To make your work easier, here's a present for you. It will come in handy for taking Pokemon pictures. Would you like to be closer with Pokemon? Then use this apple here, fools.
You couldn't have given me this before?
Hey, no, this is very prestigious to be able to have apples. It's easy to use when you're not focusing your camera. Press A to throw it. Pokemon at the distance will happily come closer when you use this item, unless they're carnivores. If you want to throw farther, look up slightly then throw. Here's a hint for you. Throw some Pokemon fruit at an electrode that's not moving and watch it and see what happens. It might even explode and die. Good luck.
What a strange You know, I'm starting to realize I'm beginning to understand why you're only managing one. Why you're the Pokemon professor of just. Why you're the Pokemon professor of just one region, and it's the region with the least number of Pokemon.
Yes.
You know, I better, let me actually create a suspend point here. Be a good idea to save. Sue says, "Oh wow, that's Professor Oak." Yes, it is. Yeah, this is definitely based more on the show, based more on the Pokemon show's continuity, the anime's continuity than the original video games.
Hello, Brawl. I'm expecting you to take good pictures.
So, Professor Oak, just want to ask, how much experience with photography do you have?
Literally none.
And you're going to be judging my photos?
Of course. Who better? Who better to judge Pokemon than me? After all, I know everything there is to know about all 150 Pokemon.
Isn't there like 1,000 of them? Are there like 1,000 Pokemon?
There are?
Slim says, I think out of technicality, Johto has less Pokemon than Kanto. Also, Sleepless, hope work is going well for you. So yeah, for those just coming in who haven't played this game before, it's basically a rail shooter. Just instead of shooting the Pokemon, you're shooting pictures of the Pokemon. Sleep says, especially since a good 90%, 90 plus of the Johto ones can only be caught in post-game.
Yes.
Okay, let's go here and we'll just start throwing apples at everything.
No, eat this pixelated apple.
They don't care. They didn't care. I missed when Pikachu did the flip. So this is when this came out, I think there was only 251. It makes sense. Let's see, original Pokemon released in what, like... Where'd that come from? Original Pokemon released in what, like 94 or 96?
Wake up.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it makes it... I mean, the models of the Pokemon here are really good, but I mean, it works because, like... Oh, sorry, Meowth. What the... It works because, it's only like a couple... It's only like It's only like the original 150. So, OG Red Blue, that was 96, yeah. The day the world was cursed with... the year the world was cursed with a truly insidious, thing. Me. Also Pokemon. Well then. Dang, these Pokemon don't give a dang about apples. So it says Pokemon is older than me. Pokemon is nearly 30 years old. Which means we're probably... Dang, okay, that means two things. One, we're probably going to get, like, some sort of big Pokemon thing next year, because that's the 30th anniversary of the series. But also, wow, Pokemon and Resident Evil released in the same year. What a time. Dang, that Kangaskhan really liked that apple. So yeah, there's basically it's just you explore around the same level. There's only like, these levels are really short, and you explore and you just like go down the same path with them. The Pokemon are doing the same things, but I think as I get more upgrades, I can kind of like influence stuff. I can influence stuff, and as I influence stuff, and I can get more pictures, which try to get better pictures. Also, Professor, I guess, yeah, I'll try showing this to them. Also, Professor Oak, Professor Oak may know a lot about Pokemon, but clearly doesn't know a lot about photography, so of course he's judging them. So according to the leaks, Gen 10 of Pokemon is next year. Oh gosh.
Yes.
When was Gen 9? That was like... Okay, I need to look up like a Pokemon timeline. Oh, let's just see what he says. Alright, so... Okay, first generation was 1996 to 1998. Okay, on a funny side note, just taking a look at the Pokemon Wikipedia page, as a very funny side note, Cynthia is so popular that she actually has her own Wikipedia page. It's always funny to see like what characters are so popular from different video games that they have their own separate Wikipedia page. Sleep says Scarlet Violet was 2023, remember correctly. That really doesn't feel that long. Okay, 96 to 98 was first generation. 1999 was the second generation, so that was only about 4 years. 1999 to 2002, that was only about 3 years. 2006 was the fourth generation, that was only about 4 years. 4 years later in 2010 is 5th gen. 3 years later in 2013 is 6th gen. 3 years later in 2016 is 7th gen. 3 years later in 2019 is 8th gen. And 2022 is 9th gen. So yeah, okay, it's actually... So yeah, this has actually been like one of the larger gaps in between Pokemon generations. They've been consistently releasing on like every 3 to 4 years. No wonder Pokemon, like, they have such a nightmare of design. They have to come up with a brand new set of like 50 to 100 the developers for those games have to come up with a brand new set of like 50 to 100 Pokemon like every 3 years. That's really... And I mean, okay, if they were just doing that, that wouldn't be that big a deal, but they also have to like change up the gameplay, design gym leaders, design gyms, design the Pokemon world. Have to deal with new merchandise, the developments in the anime. Well, there used to be movies, but when there was movies, spin-off games. Sleep says, "Oh, it was 2022." Yeah, it's about time to be honest. Actually, okay, 2022 to 2026. That makes this one of the longer gaps in Pokemon between Pokemon generations, because it's like 4 years. Fine, I'll keep the old one.
You were close.
Okay, sure.
Wow.
The Gus using Pidgey? Gus using Pidgey as a value! Okay, so if a Pokemon's doing a move, it has a special thing. Sleep says, there wasn't too many alterations to the core gameplay from Gen 1 through 5. True, but there were definitely some additions, like double battles, triple battles, new areas, new regions, new types. Every type being added must be... A new type being added must be quite a bit of work. That basically has to, like, you have to rebalance all the types around. Well, I mean, well, I say that, but, like, Dark and Steel type were basically added in. Well, see, I'm not sure what the addition of Steel type was for, but Dark type was definitely added into, like, 2nd gen as, like, a way to balance how broken, or, like, Ghost type was in Gen 1. Sleep says, like, the biggest changes were the physical special split in Gen 4 and the double triple battle additions in Gen 3 and 5 respectively. Oh, well, also Pokemon abilities. I think those were added in like Generation 3. That also added a That's also like come on. That is also why the that was a really big addition to the games, like Pokemon's having individual abilities or having specific abilities, as opposed.
You were close. Well done.
Sure, just show or shred my old photo, why don't you?
Go to the tunnel!
Sleep says Ghost wasn't broken in Gen 1, it was Psychic that was broken. Oh yeah, abilities. It was well Ghost and Psychic, because there were like only 3 Ghost Pokemon, and Ghost type was only weak to Ghost. So Sleep says, oh, and Pokemon getting dual typing in Gen 3 too, yeah. Gens 2 and 3 were probably like the Gen 1 was definitely like, I mean, clearly Gen 1 was like their first start at this. I mean, it was this, yeah, it was obviously their first start of it. But Gen 2, a lot of the changes added in Gen 2 and Gen 3 feel like they were like trying to add on to or fix the gameplay. Thank you for getting rid of that bot, Sleepless. Hmm. Okay, I guess let's go to the tunnel next. Sleep says, Gen 2 100% was a balancing generation. Mm-hmm. Well, absolutely. I gotta take this one. Okay, let's go. Oh, and one thing I have to mention. Oh, sorry, hold on just a second. Just a second. Okay. One thing I do have to mention, and this is so far, this is a pretty fun, like this is a pretty fun, simple game, but I do have one big problem with it, and that is that the camera controls for up and down are inverted. Come on, do something. Do something. Do something. Come on, do something. Do something. Okay, and okay. Not only is it that the camera controls are inverted, so I could try changing them. I could try changing them because you could view and change the controls in this version of the game in like the this Nintendo 64 on Switch version of the game. However, okay, it's weird. The camera controls are inverted for like actually moving the camera that you're aiming with up and down. But on the game's menus, they're normal. So if I correct the game's camera controls, it inverts the menu controls.
You're a true photographer will only play with inverted controls.
Alright, let's just take there. Oh. Just blowing up every single electrode. Oh. Just took a ton of that. never mind about that whole idea that what I was saying at the beginning of this, where Professor Oak wanted to have an environment for Pokemon undisturbed by people. Clearly, that is not the case. Come on, do something. That feels kind of mean. So just, I do hate that the only way to change the controls of the universe to manually uninvert them. But uninverting them messes up everything else in the game. Yeah, it's... Oh, he's angry. Okay, that's neat. That tells me right there that, okay, the Magnemites like the apples. Alright, so I need to... Okay, that opens up a new path. Sleep says, this is 99% of the time... That is why 99% of the time I will pick a remaster remake of a game because the camera won't be a finicky mess. Wait, this thing has, like, jets? What? Oh. A picture has been taken. Okay, so that opens up an entire new section of the tunnel. I haven't gotten a picture of Kakuna yet, so let's keep that one. Oh, wait, there was that Eevee playing with what looked like a Chansey on the beach. Maybe I need to try hitting that with an apple. Yeah, I'll try doing this. And there. Okay. I don't think there's anyone I want to add to my album just yet. It's still... I can't get over the fact, though, that Professor Oak, he only wants one picture of a Pokemon. And he'll just, like... It's like, well, this picture is much better than your previous one. We'll add this to the album. And as for your old one... just rips it up in front of the photographer's face. You don't need this, do you?
Well done.
Playing this is setting off playing this is setting off my memories from my photography class. I probably would have kept up with photography because it was very fun. It was very fun to do. The only thing is that well, I had to give back my camera. Or I had to give back the camera I was using after I was done with the class. I mean, photographing with like a phone works, but it's photographing with a phone works, but it does, like, there are some, well, at least with the phone I have, it's like a bit more difficult to get good pictures of it.
Well done.
Okay, which one's better? Okay, I don't think this is gonna be as good as... Picture we're gonna save your report? Yeah, so we'll save that one. Okay, okay, pose is better. It's crazy that he's okay with that he likes multiple Pokemon in the frame if it's the same Pokemon as the main one in the center of the frame. He doesn't care when there's multiple Pokemon that are of multiple different types interacting. Another frame, and go there.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, I guess there's something else you're gonna give me?
Welcome back.
Ron, you found a split in the path. According to my research, that split should link to a new course. I've also made a leak from my lab. You should go right away. Press A to do it.
Yeah.
The boiling magma here makes this place very hot. I'm sweating already. Actually, I kind of want to go back and I'm gonna go back to the beach just to like see what that take a picture of that Eevee, and it looked like a Chansey they were playing with. This does make me interested to see like what the new Pokemon Snap, literally called new Pokemon Snap, what that's like. Because I mean, like that was a Switch game. That was a Pokemon game that was a. Okay. Oh, that's just a surfboard. Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, maybe I could throw that apple onto the surfboard and get Pikachu onto the surfboard. But yeah, I'm curious what a new Pokemon Snap game plays like. I mean, it's basically like this is a rail shooter. So this game, but with like better graphics and like more Pokemon, it does sound like a fun time. And from what I heard, the new Pokemon Snap is exactly what people wanted. Like, it's exactly what people who were asking for a new Pokemon Snap wanted, which was a new Pokemon Snap. This, but with, like, more Pokemon, better graphics. A little bit more added to it. Look at that block of grass. Just a whole block of grass. I feel like I wonder if there's, like, something that could happen there. So it says it plays exactly the same. That's what I figured. Now we see why Pokemon are. Now we get to see why firsthand why Pokemon are so easily able to hide in the tall grass. It's just a giant chunk of grass. It is a grass. It is a block of grass. Darn. Okay, that didn't work anything. Might need something else. Okay. We'll use this picture of the Eevee, and then I'll save this picture of the Eevee, maybe send it to Professor Oak as well, and then I'll go to the... And then I'll go to the volcano. I don't think he's gonna like that one. I'll mark this. Most of the pictures in my personal album are just pictures of Eevee, which is... Yeah, that tracks. That very much tracks.
Yes.
That is what it... Only slightly worse, size-wise. Pose is better, though.
Great.
It would have been perfect to put you on the middle of the frame.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's a little difficult to do that because I can't stop the 0-1. Okay, fine. I'll keep this one. You'll find out the next course you take 7 more Pokemon pictures. Okay.
Come back.
Alright, let's go to the volcano. Oh, Rapidash immediately. Ooh, Vulpix. I would also save like a ton of pictures of Vulpix. I'm just giving them that because I want the Vulpix to have some food. It looks like Magmar and Charmander. Oh, dang! Oh, no! Okay, well, I just incited a battle between those two. Oh no. What the heck? Okay, well, Trace just there. It's a shame that I can only send one picture. Yeah, something that I would hope is a feature in the new Pokemon Snap is that you can submit multiple pictures of a Pokemon. Because I have to choose one and hope that it'll be accepted. Well, I just dunked that thing too. Oh, no. I didn't know. I didn't know that happened, but okay. I injured way too many Charmander and Charmeleon there. Like, I caused a Charmander to get set on fire, and then they had and then that Charmeleon had a fight with a Magmar. But I knocked a poor Charmeleon into lava. How far will this person go just to get some good picks? Okay. Okay, I'll send this one. Brashikari says yes. That's right, groups them by... Three pictures and more trays were taken. That is way too close, but I get the feeling Oak would like that. Okay, now let me mark some of these as ones I'll keep. No, not that one. I'll keep the happy... Okay, the happy Vulpix pictures I will definitely keep. I absolutely will keep the happy Vulpix pictures. I may not... That one I'll keep. Maybe not that one. I guess I'll keep that one because it's roaring, so... Okay, let's see if he likes these.
Yes.
See how the size... So. Oh my gosh. He is never happy with the size.
Wow. Wonderful.
Pose. It looks happy. Technique. In another frame.
Wonderful.
See, pose. Not very good.
Close.
What do you mean disappointing? It's a Charmeleon fighting a Magmar!
Wonderful. Wow.
Okay,
Wonderful.
now, I'm starting to get, like, what he likes, although I still have no idea what he wants in the size.
You mean not very good? It's right there.
You were close.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you mean? You're not even gonna accept that one?
Welcome back.
Okay, I guess let me go back to the volcano and try this course again. I hope that got him. Sorry, Rapidash. Let me wait until that one Vulpix crosses the path, like, right in front of me. I'll take a picture of it then. Also, just want to say, any donations at all, I really appreciate it right now whilst I'm job hunting. I know we don't have a donation duel going on right now, but yeah, any donations either through direct donations, bit subs, or gifted subs really help out right now. Didn't receive any word back from the job I interviewed for today. If they would, yeah, didn't receive word back from them today, so I'll just have to keep waiting until I hear back from them. Alright, I'm gonna have to knock this out. Basically, dang, I have a new Moltres. I have to help a new Moltres give birth, like, every time I go through here. That'll work. Okay, so there's that Charmeleon right there. I need to wait until it crosses... Well, I can go ahead and get a picture of the Charmeleon now. There, that's better. Hopefully he likes this picture more. No, I think that's a bit too far away. Anyway, Yeah, I think he'll like that more than... Well, I actually have no idea. He might like that more than the previous Rapidash picture, but I don't know. Sure, send him that one. Wait, let me mark some of these in case he throws some of them away, so... How much space do I have left? I have 40... Okay, I can save 44 more pictures.
Yes.
Alright, let's see what he says. Okay, he likes that one quite a bit more. Okay, size is better. He doesn't like the pose as much.
Well done.
Just toss out my old picture, why don't you? Fine.
You were close.
Shit. Didn't even give me barely anything for that. You mean not very good?
You were close.
Pokemon shot. Reads more Pokemon in the shot.
Well done.
But you're not even gonna grade it on everything else.
Wait.
I had to force a Charmeleon to go through evolution in order to get that. Okay, river course. The river here is flowing gently. Someone might be hiding nearby. It's a little ominous. Let's return, I guess, save.
Yes.
Oh. I keep accidentally doing that. Okay, so... It's open. Let's toss some of these out. Oh, no. I'll take out that one. That one I'll take out. Okay. Alright, let's go to that river course now. It only looks like there's only a few courses here, so... Really not that many. Ah, we're in the Poke Amazon. Okay, not gonna... Okay. Ooh, Bulbasaur! Ah, Bulbasaur, cute, so cute. Love that little flip it does as well. Okay, and there's Slowpoke. Just... Kind of staying. Oh, that's Vileplume. Being stinky as always. What the heck? Ah, dang, I missed the shoulder. Do they want me to force evolution into... Do they want me to force evolution into that into these poor Slowpoke by getting a shoulder to bite onto their tail? Well, there's a Metapod. I don't think that was a very good picture of them, but well. Here's Psyduck. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that poor Psyduck's gonna drown. Oh, dang. I don't know if I got it. No. Okay, that doesn't look like a Pokemon. Oh, and there's Pikachu again. There's a Pikachu in like every one of these areas. Even back here in like 95 or 96 whenever this game released. Or I think actually this was like 98. Even in 98, Pikachu just is everywhere. Well, let's see what I get. Here, I'll say that picture of Bulbasaur, although I don't think Oak's gonna like that one. Yeah, I'll say that picture of Metapod. Alright, let's see what he thinks of these. Okay. How can you... Wait a second, how can you see he's got a happy face? It turned around from you. Yeah, fine, whatever.
Wow. Wonderful.
Okay, now he finally likes the size.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, what about this one?
You were close.
Oh, is he just gonna throw that one out? Okay, fine. Get 15,610 more points. You'll get something cool. Okay.
Welcome back.
Let me just create a suspend point. Doesn't look like there's that many more other areas to go to. Yeah, maybe only 2 or 3 other areas.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try here again. Alright, well, the closest I can get for those polywags. Might try the Bulbasaurs again. Now next. I don't think. Okay, I think that's actually. Maybe. Am I supposed to, does the game want me to knock one of these shelters out of the water? Well, let me keep an eye out for them. Maybe. Okay, that's not gonna bother. Okay, let me just. I'll go and take a picture of that Vileplume. I remember their shelter like appear like right here. Or if not. I feel kind of bad for just just trying to knock all these hit all these Pokemon with apples. I feel kind of bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting pictures of the shelter. I was talking about how this game is actually... Okay, there's something over there, but... Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Maybe if I do something with that Pikachu there? Oh. Okay. It was running around, but I didn't really get a full picture of it. I might try to go back to the beach and get a picture of surfing Pikachu. I think that's probably the best picture of Poliwag I got. I definitely want to save that picture of Bulbasaur. Nah, he's not gonna like those. Okay, album mark, and yeah, let me see these pictures of Bulbasaur. Alright, let's see what he says. Wow, I got a lot more points for that than I was expecting. Okay. Size is a little better. Oh. Well, I'll just keep the old one then. Okay, pose, technique. Okay, it's all, yeah. There. So I need 11,000 more points. Yeah, let's go back to... Let me go back to the beach. Let's see if I can get Surfing Pikachu.
Yes.
Let me try to, like, lead the Pikachu onto that surfboard. Let me try to lead Pikachu onto the surfboard with the apples. Come on. Okay. I hope I got that well. 'Cause, 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 No, they didn't go for the apples. Hmm. I think that Lapras is too far away. I bothered that poor Snorlax so much. This is like the opposite. This is like the opposite of nature photography, where you're trying not to disturb the animals. Yeah, this is the opposite of nature photography, where you're usually trying not to disturb the animals at all. This is like I am really like I'm supposed like Oak wants me to disturb the animals. Any Pokemon down there? I would like to get a better picture of that Lapras. Hmm. Yeah, that works. Well, at least I got the Chansey. I think I might need Pester Balls in order to bother that Kangaskhan, which I'm gonna feel bad about that. Yeah, it's just like Oak wants me to like throw stuff at these poor Pokemon just to get better pictures of them. Okay, let's see which ones he likes. Hmm. No, I think that first one is the best photo of Surfing Pikachu I got. We'll definitely save that to my album, though. I guess... I guess I'll choose that one. That kind of has Chansey in the frame the most. Okay, let me save... Yeah, alright.
Yes. Wow.
Pikachu's... Okay, so yeah, it's a special version of Pikachu.
Oh.
Hmm. Yeah, I got a lot better, more points. Oh, good. He actually likes the size of it.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay, Dancing Meow, so that gives it more for the pose.
Well done.
Okay, I need 5,000 more points, so...
Welcome back.
You know, I'm gonna take a short break.
Yes.
Yeah, let me take a short break. When I get back, well, I'll keep taking pictures of Pokemon. Okay. Where to go? There's... I guess back to the tunnel?
Yes.
I need a couple... I'll need like 5,000 more points to get that pester ball. Oh, okay, Pikachu's fine. Maybe I can get a better picture of the Electabuzz? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, that... I don't think that's gonna get as high points as my other picture of Electabuzz. I feel really bad for just... Gosh, this game makes me... This game doesn't make me feel like a good nature photographer. This game makes me feel like very... Like I'm really disturbing these Pokemon's environments. Oh, this is probably a Zapdos egg. I don't know if it got any... Yeah, that might not have been a good picture of the Haunter. Yeah, taking the picture is not going to be as good. And what if I hit this? It feels like there should be something over there, but I'm not seeing... I don't see any Pokemon there. Okay. Yeah, we won't bother that Electrode that time. Alright. Yeah, I guess it's about as far as we can go. Okay, let's see if there's any good pictures. If I got any good pictures there. I guess let me select that one. And that one. And that one. That'll have to do. Let's see if he likes these three. Okay, size is better. Those is about the same.
Great.
Perfect Pokemon with middle finger. Well, you're trying to me ask me to catch a ghost on film. Something that the majority of people, the majority of Discovery Channel and History Channel shows haven't been able to do.
Well done.
Same Pokemon? Okay, so... Oh, okay. Okay, size is better than the first one. Close to the same. Okay, I'll keep the first one. I only got like a few more points there.
Welcome back.
I need like 4,950 more points.
Yes.
Oh, that one didn't work. Oh, there's a whole bunch of Rapidash there. Okay, I got... Well... Does the game want me to hit one of these poor Vulpix into the lava to have it evolve into a Ninetales? That seems really mean. Why am I attacking all... I thought these fruit were supposed to be for feeding the Pokemon. Why am I supposed to be using them to incite violence? Hmm. I see. I don't think that's going to be as good as the previous picture of them I had. Dang, Magmar just really don't like anyone. Even though they're Magmar. Hmm. The only one to hit over here is... Yeah, okay. I think I already got that exact picture, but... That'll have to work. I think that's it. Hopefully I can get some more points there. Hmm. I don't think that... Okay, well, No, that's... I'll choose that one and that one. Okay, I'll actually... Yeah, let me use that one. I think this is exactly like the picture I showed of Charizard earlier, but I'll try it out.
Yes.
Chameleon's picture in the report today, have the size. Okay, picture's much better. Oh, good. Okay. Size. Okay, so. Size isn't as good. Pose is the same. Technique is the same. I'll keep that one. I'll keep the older one.
Wow.
Okay, size is better. Pose the same. Okay, I'm getting a lot more points.
Well done.
Yeah, okay, got a lot more points for that one. Okay, size is better. Pose is better.
Well done.
Okay, I'm getting a lot more points for this one. Good.
Wait.
Did I get enough to get that upgrade?
Welcome back.
Welcome back! You take pictures at a good pace. To make your work easier, here's a present for you. It will come in handy for taking Pokemon pictures. If you see a place where you think a Pokemon might be hiding, use this Pester Ball. It's easy. Press but when you're not focusing your camera. This will make hidden Pokemon come out into the open. Forget... Throwing food is good, but why not just throw a freaking orb at them?
Oh, here, let's go. There's probably a couple Pokemon I could bother with this Pester Orb.
Yes.
Just throw it a ball at them. Not even like a Pokeball to catch them, just throw it. Oh, is that poison? What is in these Pester Balls? That feels like an entirely separate... Oh, jeez. Sorry, Pikachu. That feels like an entirely separate course that I could go on. Nah, that picture wasn't good. see if I can... No. Maybe try using the Pester Ball on the Snorlax. Okay, that worked. Let me try it on that Kangaskhan as well. Jeez, that really just looks like I'm throwing a ball full of poison at these Pokemon. Okay, Kangaskhan is coming up, but... I feel like I should be able to do something with those tree stumps there. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture of Doduo. That'll have to work. Okay, I got a good enough picture of that Chansey, so I'll leave the Eevee and the Chansey alone. Okay, got a picture of the Kangaskhan. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, there's some Magikarp in there. Alright, well... I mean, I got good enough pictures. I guess I'll choose that one. I'll choose that one. Oh, and that one. Okay. Let's see if Oak likes these. Let's see. Okay, 660 pose. 1000 technique. Good technique. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of points for this one.
Great.
Okay, size is better. Pose is better.
Well done.
Okay, good. Pokemon High by 5.
Welcome back.
Look, that was impressive and all. But when I gave you these Pester Balls, I really wanted you to just go chuck them at Pokemon on the river. Go on, just throw a... It's just a ball full of poison. Just go throw them at any sleeping Pokemon you see.
Alright, yeah, I guess, yeah, go to the river.
Yes.
Hmm. Oh my god, okay. No. Just knock that poor Bulbasaur off of there. You know, it actually is kind of become... I was saying that, like, oh, this is a rail shooter, but you take pictures of the Pokemon instead of... you take pictures of the Pokemon instead of, shooting them. But at this point, it's kind of becoming something... almost worse. Like, I'm not shooting the Pokemon, but I am bothering them. Oh, there's a Valplume. Okay, I need it. No, okay. Slowpoke just doesn't care. Not affected. That's a bit too close. Hi. Okay. Well, it was a bit too close, but one of those pictures has got to be good. There was something over on the side here that I could try throwing it. Okay, not... Okay, it was a Porygon hiding right there. Okay, Cloyster. I feel like the next path I have to open up is maybe around here, so... Maybe I could do something here? No, it's not something with the Pester Balls. Okay. Back through here I go. Alright, what'd I get? I think that'll have to be... That's probably the best one of those Metapod pictures I got. And... yeah, alright.
Yes.
Let's see if he likes them. Oh, he actually doesn't like the pose as much. Okay, fine. I guess...
Well done.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's not... I don't think he's gonna like this one that much.
Wonderful.
Okay, he did. Suspicious switch. Oh, that switch that was, like, right next to the,
Welcome back.
That suspicious switch that was right next to where the, I'm guessing it's right next to where the,
Yes.
right next to where the, Porygon was. Hmm. Oh, okay. I just scared them off there. Oh, dang it. No, alright. Well, I got a couple good pictures of... Hmm. Doesn't even care. Okay, think I need to bother this. Nope, that's not working. Just completely unbothered. Stone-faced. Doesn't care. No, maybe I need something else to get that Vileplume. There should be a... Okay, there was that switch that... It should be by that where that Porygon was, but it didn't show up. Hmm. Alright, what if I hit this? Oh, there's... Where did that switch go? I remember it... Oh, there's where it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was about to say maybe I shouldn't have pulled that switch, but it seems like the vehicle's fine. Let me choose that one. Hmm. Okay, there. Let's see if he likes any of these.
Yes. Wow. Well done.
Okay, he likes the new picture a lot better. Oh, he does not like the new picture for the Metapod. How about Oregon?
You were close.
Okay, he does not like the new picture for Porygon either.
Wait.
Oh, okay. I guess you like this one more.
Wait. Welcome back.
Ron, you found a split in the path. According to my research, that split should link to a new course. I've also made a link for my lab. You should go right away.
Alright.
Yes.
And... Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cave. This is a scary looking cave. I bet if I listen carefully, I'll hear lots of strange tunnels. I mean, I was already in a scary looking cave earlier with the tunnel, so. Oh, we're going down this. That looks like a Kangaskhan. Oh, that looks like. Yeah, that looks more like a Ditto than a. Okay, Grimer there. Those look like Ditto posing as a Bulbasaur. Yeah, those are Ditto's posing as Bulbasaur. Okay, got. Yeah, I got a picture of one of them. Not really that scary of a cave so far. I mean, that tunnel had ghosts in it. Oh, wait, okay, well, actually, very scary for that Jigglypuff. Wait, there's... Wait, where's... Oh, dang it. Where's my chance? Okay, we're happy Jigglypuff. Okay. What the heck is that? Maybe I need to knock the Weeping Bell into there, like I did with that Charmeleon, just to hurt more Pokemon? Okay, well, let's keep going. What the heck? Okay, I think this place is scary for the Pokemon, dang it. That looks like it might be an Articuno egg. Okay, I'll have to work. Where... Oh, I bet if I free more Jigglypuff, they'll actually be synced. Yeah, I bet if I free more Jigglypuff, there'll be more of them here singing for me. But I'll have to. Okay, so it looks like there's quite a bit I can do in that level. I do like how revisiting the levels with new tools actually gets you opportunities for better and better pictures. Okay, not that. No. Let's get that picture of a Ditto. Maybe not that one. Yeah, let's get that. I guess I'll settle for this one. And yeah, that'll work better. Okay, let's see which ones of these he likes. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, you like that one. Let's see about.
Wonderful.
This doesn't seem like that long a game, so I might be able to beat this tonight. And if I do, if it takes me a little bit longer to do so, I'll take a little bit extra time to play this, and then I'll continue Castlevania Order Ecclesia as soon as I note this.
You were close.
Okay, well, he really didn't like that one. Oh, good. Okay, I got a lot of points for that one. Take 4 more Pokemon pictures. You'll find out with the next course that you take 4 more Pokemon pictures. Okay.
Welcome back.
Now let's... Well then, let me go to the course, and let's go back to the cave and see if I can get better pictures of some of the Pokemon. Oh, I could actually just skip past that. Okay. That'll help me on repeat, Oh. Okay, I guess the Zubat aren't bothered by the Pesterball. I wasn't actually aiming them, but... Yeah, let me try to get a picture of this Grimer. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, come on. Oh, they're all facing away, unfortunately. Dang. Well, let me take a picture of that coughing. Did I kill that coughing? I feel like I might have accidentally killed that coughing. Oh, that just... Well, I just made it worse. That's 2 of them. Oh, there's a third one's over there. Ah, if I can get... Dang. Nope, didn't work. It's a little funny how Pikachu keeps finding himself in this stage. Yeah, it's a little funny how there's always a... Oh! It's a little funny how Pikachu keeps finding... Like, there's always a Pikachu in one of these stages. Come on, do something. You don't understand, this is for Professor Oak's photography. He needs you to do something. Marcus Fed says, I'm just imagining this as an extension of Link's Woodfall Swamp Cruise. Well, depending on the Link that would be here, some of these Links would try just out... Some of the Depending on the link that would be here. Some of the links from different games would just outright try and fight all the Pokemon here. And some of the links, like if it was Breath of the Wild link, they would probably try to cook some of these Pokemon. Alright, let's see. See if they like any of the pictures I got. I didn't take that many. I was trying to get some high quality photos. Okay, I'll use that picture of a Ditto. And that picture of a coughing. Then we'll also use Balloon Pikachu. Alright. Let's see if Oak likes any of these. Brashicarius' bombs some Nidorans? Well, if it was the Zelda CDI link, they would just die.
You were close.
It disappoints me. You know! Just the one going out there photographing them.
Wonderful.
The whole reason you called this guy here is so that he can photograph these Pokemon. You know what Pokemon like, how Pokemon like to be photographed.
Well done. Wow.
Are you gonna delete Surf and Pikachu? Oh.
Well done.
Dang, deleting my Surf and Pikachu picture. What's wrong with you, Professor Oak? So I need 3 more Pokemon pictures.
Welcome back.
Let's just save right here. Oh yeah, so apparently I'm gonna have to take back the good news I said about Square Enix threatening OpenAI, because Square Enix also just announced today that they were gonna start replacing QA testing with generative AI, so instead of, I don't know how that's going to configure into like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because that game's probably pretty far along in development. But what that might mean is that for the final game of First Fantasy, might need to choose a Final Fantasy game that hasn't released yet. Also, don't really know how that's going to function, because Square Enix reported that they were going to try to replace their QA testing with generative AI by 2027, and well, with the way things are going right now, generative AI is going to be like almost completely dead by 2027. And generative AI is like, it's going to be like gone. It's going to be wiped out. Generative AI is going to be thought of like NFT, is going to have like the reputation of NFTs. As in, nobody really remembers NFTs by the time of 2027. But yeah, just because of that, again, hopefully that doesn't affect not FF7, not Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but the third Final Fantasy VII Remake game. Hopefully that game's far enough along in development to where that's not going to be used on it. But yeah, for the final First Fantasy game, I might have to pick one of the. I might have to decide on a shorter Final Fantasy game instead of like waiting until another one is announced. Which I do have a couple of like backup games. Just in case, I have a couple of backup games for First Fantasy that I could play, which is like because there's a couple of games that aren't on my current list that I could try going for. There's like. Gosh, there's like Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings? Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, which is like a sequel to Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, which is like, it's a DS sequel to Final Fantasy 12. Then there's, gosh, it was like, then there's like, okay, there was like the first Chocobo racing game. That was another one of the games that I could use. That was one of my backup contenders for the last spot, was like a Chocobo Racing, because that game's like, oh, it's a Final Fantasy like the original Chocobo Racing, not the new one, the original one on PS1, because that game's like only like 3 hours, and seeing like how Final Fantasy does a racing game could be pretty fun. Then there was like, okay, I don't want to do I am aware of Dirge of Cerberus, but I don't want to play that game. Even for me being like, I'm willing to play almost every Final Fantasy game for this. I feel like I'm not going to really get much out of playing Dirge of Cerberus. Like, I really don't know what I'm really not sure if, like, I know that it's like a sequel to FF7 from... Dang it. Yeah. It's like a sequel to Final Fantasy VII from, like, Vincent Valentine's perspective. And I know it's like a shooter, but I don't really know how... I feel like I've got plenty of Final Fantasy VII games on the list. I have Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, and I'm going to have all 3 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. That's not counting the spin-off games like Dissidia, where Final Fantasy VII is a big factor. So I feel like I've got plenty of Final Fantasy VII games. There's also, like, there's Crystal Chronicles. I could play Crystal Chronicles, which I don't know much about that game. Marzo Fantasy Hikaru. The Jigglypuff is so cute, Umi. It looks like a marshmallow. Foo, I'll get the tea and crackers ready. I don't think I could get any better... Okay. I don't think I get a better picture of them there, but... I was just saying, Mardisco fan says, nobody remembered NFTs when NFTs were a thing. It was like, NFTs? What are NFTs? I have no idea, but they're a commodity now. So yeah, as for content, because I might not want to wait until Square Enix announces a new Final Fantasy game, just to avoid them messing things up. Might be best to just go in and add one of these backup games I have on the list. So let's see, that's Chocobo Racing, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, and World of Final Fantasy. That one is I do already own that game, so that one could feature in. Is this doing is its lips and eyes separated from its face? Okay, we'll try that one.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, that one could be good because, I mean, it is a sequel to Final Fantasy 12. But I haven't heard any, and I've included a lot of sequels to mainline Final Fantasy games, but I've heard nothing about Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings. Wait, the size is worse, but it's in the frame. Okay, fine. I'll keep the previous one. Okay, this one looks a lot better.
Well done.
And Chocobo Racing again, that would be interesting to see how how Final Fantasy tries to do Mario Kart would work. That one's also like really short, so it wouldn't take that long. Oh wait.
Well done.
Mario Disco Fan says, Dirge of Cerberus is Square trying to make Devil May Cry and failing. Wasn't that Final Fantasy 16? Contrast with Parasite Eve, which has arguably succeeded, depending on who you ask, at being a slower-paced Resident Evil 2. Well, Parasite Eve was its own unique thing. It actually had, like, the, for those who weren't here when I did this, I did play Parasite Eve on the channel, for the first time, and gosh, I might revisit, tempted to revisit it because that was back when I think that was back when I had my not good computer. Partisan Fan says, "Oops, I meant Parasite Eve 2." Oh, well, that game I haven't played on the channel.
Welcome back.
I do want to play Parasite Eve 2, but I'm on the channel.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, wait, if Dirge of Cerberus is Square Enix trying to make Devil May Cry, then what is between that and Final Fantasy 16? What is it with Square Enix wanting to make Devil May Cry? So, okay, I need to go get another course, or like maybe go here and use the Pester Balls.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to get a couple more pictures of Pokemon. That'll open up the next course. Mars Fan says, the first Parasite Eve is amazing unique. Parasite Eve 2 left me wanting to play a real Resident Evil game. Which is really interesting because, I mean, part of the reason Parasite Eve works so well for me is because it was a really good mix of, like, horror and RPG. Also, it is, like, easily the greatest Christmas game ever. No other game has managed to supplant Parasite Eve as the greatest Christmas game ever, which is another reason I'm interested in maybe replaying on the channel, because there's not that many good or interesting Christmas games. Like, Halloween is easy to find games to play, like, it's easy to find, like, games to play in the season of Halloween, because it's like, oh, there's an entire genre of horror games, and an entire genre of games that are not exactly horror games, but are kind of but have kind of spooky settings. Well, I just killed that Magmar. But then there's but for Pokemon there's not Pokemon, excuse me, for Criminus, a game has to like be set around Christmas in order to be a good Christmas game. So there's really not that many options. Hey, robot, come in. I am just I am playing through speaking of horror games, I am playing through what would be an interesting horror plot of a young photographer going to a secluded island with a professor that says that they want the photographer to take photographs of unique animals, but as they continue exploring, they find out that what this professor really wants, what this researcher really wants, is for this person to harass and antagonize these animals just to get all for the sake of cool pictures. Mars Fan says a few Sakura Taisen games climax at Christmas. Well, off the top of my head, as far as Crimnus games go, there is, of course, Parasite Eve. Then there's Yakuza 0, because that one takes place around Crimnus. There's the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, because that one takes place around Crimnus. And then, of course, there's, like, games like a bunch of, like, Rudolph games, or, like... Oh, geez. I just freaking heard that Charmeleon. There's, like, a bunch of games set around Crimnus, or, like, Rudolph games, or Santa games that... But there's not really like any good quality Crimnus games besides like unless it's like a game from an established from like it's a game that's like just has the setting of it's like the best Crimnus games are like games that are like you could for the most part take the Crimnus out of them and you wouldn't be bothered by it and you wouldn't like it wouldn't change the game much. Like I haven't played Miles Morales, so I can't really speak to that. But Yakuza 0, you could set that game at a time other than Crimnus, and it really wouldn't change much. Which is why Parasite Eve is automatically the best Crimnus game, because that game's story... Well, that game's story, it's like... It has a... It's set around Crimnus, but it's like it's a late 90s Japanese understanding of Crimnus, of Crimnus, where it's like... Just it's a late 90s Japanese game dev's idea of what Crimnus in in New York City would be like, and it gets it completely wrong because there's no way Crimnus would be in New York City would be like what Parasite Eve describes, but it's so wrong that it goes back around to being fascinating. And then there's also and then there's also just like the really unique, insane story that Parasite Eve has.
Yes.
Let's see what I got this time. So yeah, I'm like I said, I am tempted to replay Parasite Eve on the channel, even though I did play it before. But gosh, I remember how bad that last boss fight. I remember how bad those last couple of boss fights in the game were. Oh, let's keep this one. Okay, I have another. Okay, I think he's gonna like this picture of Charmander more.
Well done.
I don't think he's gonna like this picture of Moltres more. Yeah, we'll keep the old one. Okay, yeah. He's breathing fire, so that gets better oppose.
Well done.
Okay. Okay, I need 3 more Pokemon pictures.
Welcome back.
Well... I could try the... let me try the cave again.
Yes.
There's probably a more obvious place where I could get pictures there. Maybe the Grimer likes the pester balls. The poison might actually feed it. Yeah, for what I was saying about... This might actually be where the cruelest points Professor Oak is in this game. Specifically because he's like... I've got this island full of Pokemon unperturbed by humanity. Now, when I watch you... those pictures of that you've gotten them aren't exciting enough. Those pictures you've taken of these Pokemon aren't exciting enough. Here, why don't you take these apples and these poison balls and just slathering them? Incite violence! Oh yeah, and just to reply to what you're saying there, Marceska fan saying a few soccer ties and games climax at Christmas. There's a lot of games that have like games that take place over a long period of time. There's a lot of games that take place over a long period of time that if they're in a modern setting, they'll have like Crimnus be an important point. However, when I mean like Crimnus games, I mean games where like them being set around Crimnus is the main around Crimnus time is like that's the main setting. Like they're only set in December, and like Crimnus, it being set around Crimnus is a big part of it. And now I've killed that Weepinbell. Who knew that the secret to Pokemon Pokemon evolution was intense pain, or a near-death experience? Because I nearly drowned that Weepinbell, and I nearly that Charmeleon burnt alive when I evolve it into a Charizard. That's definitely like an Articuno egg, but I'm gonna need something else in order to... maybe I could use the Pester Balls on the Zapdos egg in the tunnel. Oh, and just an update about job situation. Didn't get an email from the job that job I'm waiting to hear back from today. So hopefully I'll hear back tomorrow. It's really I originally thought I wouldn't be able to stream 3 8-hour long streams next week, but if they don't reply back to me tomorrow and don't tell me like if I've been accepted or not, or if I've been accepted or not tomorrow, I might be able to. So yeah, that's just like that's the main thing is I'm just waiting to hear back from them to find out if I've been if I'll have a job or if I've been if I have to move in with my parents. Hopefully this doesn't happen, but if they like don't if they if it gets near the end of November and they haven't messaged me, emailed me back, I'll probably will have to move in with my parents. So even if they don't outright tell me no, I'm still on a time limit. Okay, let's keep the old one. Okay, size is better, pose is not as good.
Well done.
Just I'm really annoyed by just him shredding all my old photos when he finds one he likes more. I worked hard to get that surfing Pikachu picture, you hear me?
Welcome back.
Let's me go to the tunnel now. Because the tunnel would have what looked like a Zapdos egg, so maybe I can try and, maybe I could throw the poison balls at it to awaken a Zapdos. Oh, the Electros don't care about them. Okay. Thing. Mars Disco Fences, December 25th, 1996. Oh, wait. Catherine Zeta-Jones showed up at Carnegie Hall today. It was the best event ever until everyone exploded. December 30th, 1996. The opening of Ninja Turtles became a giant blob monster. A group blew up on the Statue of Liberty today. I still haven't finished holiday shopping. Okay, no. That's not doing anything. You forgot I fought a... You forgot I fought, Rian... Some, gosh, what was it? I fought some Rian... Actually, hold on, let me try... I'm gonna restart this. Maybe there's something in that machine there.
Yes.
Can't forget the part where, Aya fights Zambi dinosaurs in a museum, which was awesome. It is a little funny that when I started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, I was really unsure when I played Final Fantasy VII Remake last year. I was really unsure about the game's gameplay because all the trailers I've seen of the game made it look like it was an action RPG. Until I actually got to play it, I was like, "Oh, this plays like Parasite Eve." I instantly love this now. Get down here. Get down here so I can photograph you. Let me disturb you in your native environment. Professor Oak demands it for his stat book, for his picture collection. I feel like I should be able to do something with this, but... These legendary birds must be getting really annoyed with getting re-egged every time I re-enter here. I got... I don't know if that's going to be a good picture, but... Oh, okay. So I can create a Doug trio. If I do something there. Hmm. Right. You know. Let's try antagonizing the Magnemite. Okay, they just like the apples. Hmm. I might be able to lead the three of them together and evolve into a Magneton using the apples. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll try that one. I don't think that one's going to get accepted. And I'll try this one. I just need a couple more pictures and I can unlock the next course. Okay, size is not as good.
Wait.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is... He doesn't like the new one. Okay, size is not as good. Pose is not as good. Yeah, okay, he likes the old one a lot better than the new one. This must be what this feels like I'm not getting... I thought when I played this game, I'd be getting the experience of, like, being a nature... a wildlife photographer. Of, like, photographing animals in their environment. But I'm getting more of the feeling that this feels like a photographer who's photographing things for not for like a natural wildlife magazine, but for like a some sort of like funny animals tabloid, or like some news story that doesn't want accurate news. They want to present exciting news.
Well done.
Largest offense is when blanks attack. Oh, I need 2 more pictures. Okay.
Welcome back.
Like I said earlier, I'm beginning to understand why Professor Oak was the Pokemon professor left in charge of the region with the least number of Pokemon. Maybe that's why he's here. After some of the things he done, like some of the other Pokemon professors got together, was like, you know what, Oak, just go to this island here where you won't cause us any trouble.
Yes.
And boy, are they going to get really annoyed when they find out what this research Oak had happened here. Hmm. Hmm. So I need the apples to use the Slowpoke, but maybe I could have the Slowpoke evolve into a Slowbro. Hmm. Okay, he needs his tail. They need their tail to like. Hmm. Wait. Okay. There. Okay. Slowbro. Okay, and let me antagonize the Psyduck as well. Cause them to drown, I guess. It's a very cute. It's a very cute Psyduck noise. But yeah, I'll be playing more Order of Ecclesia later tonight, and then I'll be playing more Order of Ecclesia later tonight, and then I'll also be playing Valkyria Chronicles all day on Saturday. Shikari says, "Wah, Psyduck." It is interesting that some of the Pokemon, like Pikachu, will actually say their name, like how it is in the show. But some of these other Pokemon some of these other Pokemon really just use their they just make animal noises. Let's see if this works. Okay, hopefully he'll like some of these.
Yes.
Okay, the size not as good. Okay, fine.
Wonderful.
Only 1,500 points? I got a Slowbro right after it evolved.
Well done.
Oh, okay, I guess he likes that new picture more.
You were close. Wait.
Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough.
Welcome back.
You're doing a fine job, Brawl. Choose go to course. Do it.
Yeah.
This river is rapid. I'll have to concentrate. You'll have to concentrate hard, or you could miss a good shot.
Oh, let's. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's that many. It doesn't look like there's that many areas left. Like maybe there's one more area after this. Okay, let's go to the valley. So, an advanced river course. Oh, I see some Mankeys there. There's some Pokemon in front of me, but I can't... Oh, those Squirtles! Wait, those... I know that's not a Pokemon, but just three cliffs shaped like Doug Trio is pretty amazing, gotta say. Oh, sweet, nice, Sandshrew. Oh, sorry, Sandshrew. Sorry, Sandshrew. I didn't mean to keep doing that. That looks like a golem up there. Oh, dang it. Okay, not reaching up there. Ah, the Mankey. Just standing in a place screaming. That's actually exactly what I expect. That is exactly what I expect Mankey to be doing in the wild. Just standing in one place screaming to itself. Oh, those are Graveler. Okay. Hmm. Alright, there's another Staryu. No, I didn't get that. Okay, it looks like if I get enough Staryu, they'll actually, looks like more Staryus will start circling around me. Is that Dratini? Doubting. What the... I missed it. Hmm. We're trying to get a picture of that Dratini. That works. That'll have to work. Oh, it ran off. Well, I've got some good pictures here. Brashikari says, what do you think of the music so far? It's alright. Nice, charming. Gives it that hold up. Okay, there's another course over there. Do I have to, like, knock the Mankey off of there? Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna need to, like, do something in order to open up that course. It works for kind of like the fun, fun, charming little rail shooter that is, or like a fun, charming, like nature photography version of a rail shooter that it's trying to be. Hmm. I guess I'll use this one. Hmm. I'll choose that picture of Sandshrew. That picture of Geodude. That picture of Squirtle will have to work. I think maybe that picture of Dratini will work better.
Yes.
Alright, what does he think?
You were close.
Oh, he just doesn't even accept it. Or it doesn't even fully rank it.
Wonderful.
Okay, good. The size is good.
Wonderful.
So he likes the picture of the Geodude and Sandshrew.
Wonderful. You were close.
Okay, barely even like that one.
Wonderful.
Wow, I got more points for that than I expected. Okay, so I need to hit that switch in the area.
Welcome back.
I need to find a way to hit that switch in the valley. Yay, Squirtle! Love Squirtle. Out of the original three starters, Squirtle's easily my favorite. But I mean, part of it's because I usually favor the water starters. Can I get the Mankey to... Just standing there streaming. That looks like, yeah, that looks like a Geodude, or like a Graveler or Golem up there. God dang it. God, didn't get it. Let me get a better picture of a Mankey. And let me try to get a picture of that Starmie again. Hmm. Oh yeah, I missed those Gravelers. Hmm. No. See if I can get the Dratini. Okay, that's a better picture of Dratini. Hmm. Well, it knocked the Mankey off. Oh, maybe I need to knock one of these Squirtles into the switch. Which I don't know where if it went. They're kind of really bad. Gosh, I just knocked it unconscious. I feel really bad. So I need to do something with that Mankey in order to knock it onto the switch. Maybe throw some food at it? Okay. Hmm. I'm also... Let me save that picture of Squirrel to my album as well. I don't think either of those pictures of the Staryu will be accepted. Okay, album mark, and then... Yeah, let me save. Yeah, let's see what he thinks of these. Hmm. Okay, size, you like that more. Those is about the same.
Well done.
Okay, just fine. Toss out my old pictures. Worked so hard for those. Okay, size is better. Pose is better. Technique is better. Yeah, he likes... Okay, this one's gonna get far more points. Let me go there and try to hit that switch again.
Welcome back. Yes.
Let me go back to that valley and try to hit that switch again. As well as... Okay, I think I've gotten pretty good pictures of... Okay, I need to hit them towards the land. Hmm. Oh, okay, he'll throw he'll throw that back. Hmm. Okay, now let me try and hit these Geodudes. Ah, dang it. Okay, come on. Okay, there, I got both of them. And yeah, let's try... Yeah, they're not going to come down. Okay. Oh, dang. Nah, it didn't work either. No. I wonder if I hit the Dratini into that whirlpool, will it evolve into a... Okay, no, that didn't work. Okay, maybe I need to hit the Squirtle over here. Is it either this Squirtle or this Mankey? One of these two I need to hit over here. Oh. Okay, it's the Mankey. I need to hit the Squirtle onto the Mankey, and then find some way to make the, move the Squirtle onto the... or move the Mankey onto the Switch. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to go back through here again. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Okay, so... Okay, I only took 3 pictures, but come on, look at these. Look at this quality. Got a sand slash and a graveler.
Yes.
Jackie says, "How's it going? I am slowly learning that the fun nature photography that I thought, or wildlife photography that I thought would be happening, of like getting to getting to take pictures of Pokemon in their natural environment with no humans there to bother them, is really actually Professor Oak wanting me, like, his sick fascination with harassing Pokemon, as he gives me more items to just keep bothering them and antagonizing them, and causing them to causing these and wants me to take pictures of these Pokemon causing harm to each other or themselves."
Great.
It's really it's odd. This game is really making me reevaluate Professor Oak.
Wonderful.
Okay, so still gotta hit that switch there.
Welcome back.
Now, yeah, back to the valley.
Yes.
Let's go back to the valley, and I'll try to hit that switch again. So I need to do... I can't just rewind, so I'm gonna have to... Let me maybe make a suspend point right before I reach that area. Yeah, I might make a suspend point right before I reach... Sorry, Squirtle! Oh my gosh, what have I done?
Squirtle, Squirtle.
Oh, poor guy. Jackie says, "I started watching your Final Fantasy II gameplay. It seems like you're having fun with it." I am... It was okay. It was alright. I'm basically... I feel like I'm too early in the game to really judge the game at this... I feel like I'm too early in Final Fantasy II to kind of judge at any point. It's gonna be... I'm already noticing some major problems with how it plays. Yeah, I'm already noticing some major problems... Oh, they're just here now. Okay. Yeah, I'm already noticing some major problems with how those games play. Or excuse me, with how Final Fantasy II plays. But I'm waiting to see, like, I'm waiting to judge it until after, until I play more. That might end up as a contender for the Final Fantasy game I die the most in, though. Because I've already, like, for the, like, opening 2 hours of that game, my party has already died so many times. Jackie says, "Can I tell you something detrimental that you might not know about the leveling system the game doesn't tell you?" I guess yes. I guess so. Trying to get that star use, so hmm. Okay, I have the whirlpool here. Oh, let me create a suspend point right here. Jackie says if a party member has a status effect at end of combat, they won't get any skill levels. Oh. Hmm. I think I need to actually, like, okay, let me load up the suspend point right here. Hmm. I think I need to hit this Squirtle, like, right. Yeah, I think I need to hit them to knock that Mankey over. Being such a jerk to these poor Pokemon. Just lean over and hit the switch, dude. It's right there. That is so mean. Wait, is that a hut? That's definitely a hut.
Oh.
Why the costume? Why the outfit change, Oak?
Oh, oh, what a surprise to see you here. I suppose you'd like to know why I'm here. Well, I received some interesting information at the Pokemon Lab. It seems that there are 6 Pokemon signs hidden on this island. They have something to do with important Pokemon that are here. The signs are scenery which seem to resemble Pokemon.
Jackie says, just thought you might want to know. I'll shut up about FF2, Final Fantasy 2 now. No, you're fine. You're fine. I would prefer to, like, I'm going to try to go through the games and hope to avoid any backseating as I go through that more, as I go through more of these Final Fantasies. But that's the sort of information that is good to know because the game doesn't tell me that, and that could hamper, how my characters level up.
One sign is a mountain that looks like Dugtrio. I came here to look for it. However, I can't go any deeper into the island, so I can't find it. Have you seen a mountain that looks like Dugtrio? Oh, I have an idea. If you find this Pikmin sign, take a picture of it like you would a Pokemon. I can't. Normally, I wouldn't believe that anyone would take a picture of something other than a Pokemon, but this is a brand new avenue we can try. We might discover clues from the pictures and then places where you took them. Shall I repeat this information?
No.
Wait! I'll add a page for Pikmin signs in the Pikmin report. See you later!
Sure, let's go. So, we didn't open up a new area, I just basically found Professor Oak's cottage.
Yes.
Just, alright. So yeah, I might go a little later with this game. Continue it like a little bit longer past 8 p.m. Just to, because I feel like there's not much left in it.
Oh. Well done.
Yeah, I feel like there's not much left in this game.
Wait.
Well, it's a little hard to photograph a Pokemon when they're jumping in and out of the water.
Wait.
Oh, what is it?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Here's something to make your search for Pikmin signs easier. Wouldn't it be great if the 01 moved faster? Well, now you can use this dash engine if you want to go faster. It's easy to use. Press to make the 01 move faster. Shall I repeat this information? First of all, see the Pikmin sign page.
Okay, the signs are for a Kingler, Kabuto, not a, that's either a coughing or I think that's coughing. Cubone, Doug Trio, and Mewtwo. Well, I know where the first one is.
Yes.
Mars fan says, why does the 01 sound like a doomsday device of some kind? Because there was also a Kamen Rider called Kamen Rider 01, and that is one of the few Kamen Rider seasons to have not aged well. That was the season. That was the season where they That was the first of the Reiwa era seasons, and in that season, it was like a guy becomes the head of a robotics company, and they try to push the whole robots are people too narrative, but well, they didn't. The creators of that show couldn't have realized this at the time, but that it's gonna. In current year, it's gonna be really hard to sell the robots are people too after generative AI. It's gonna be really hard for any sort of narrative to push artificial intelligence, as has its own artificial intelligence as its own people too after generative AI. Let's go.
Yes.
The music in that season was still really nice though. But that's... Jackie says, I'm so creeped out by the human robots. I don't blame you. Yeah, for those I was saying earlier, gosh, I was saying this earlier, but gosh, Square Enix is okay. Random. This is important to what we're talking about, but it's like, it's gonna sound like a tangent, but it's not. Square Enix is so freaking weird. Because yesterday they announced, oh, we're threatening OpenAI to take our properties, to not use our properties in their AI. But then also earlier today they're like, oh, but now we're gonna try to replace our QA testing department with a generative AI. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that basically now, like, I'm hoping that doesn't affect the third Final Fantasy VII Remake game development too much, because I assume that game's probably pretty late in development. Yeah, I would assume that game is pretty far in development, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect that game. But what I might have to do for the last game I play for First Fantasy, might have to make that one a Final Fantasy game that's already released instead of waiting to see instead of waiting to see if Square Enix announces another Final Fantasy project. Jackie said they don't care about AI; they care about the people stealing their stuff. Nah, I know, but I know that I'm a fool for hoping for some consistency in these suits, in these corpo suits. But I would hope for at least a little consistency. That's on me.
Oh, wonderful. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
Let's see what he says now. So yeah, the 4 games that I could off the top of my head, the 4 games that I've had these games listed on my list just in case something like this happens. But the 4 games that I could add as the last game for First Fantasy would be like potentially Chocobo Racing, like the original one on PS1. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I'd probably play, if I were to do that one, I'd probably play the original version on GameCube and not the remaster. From what I've heard, the remaster isn't that good. Um, Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, which because I've been adding like sequels to Final Fantasy games, 12 Revenant Wings is a sequel to Final Fantasy 12 on the DS, so that could count. And then lastly, there's World of Final Fantasy. I already own that game, so I could add it as part of the list, but it's probably like the one that's probably the one I'd be least enthusiastic about adding. Well, I didn't fully play through it all the way, so it could count for First Fantasy, but from what I played, I would be excited about returning to it, about playing through it.
You take pictures at a good pace. To make your work easier, here's a present for you. It will come in handy for taking Pokemon pictures. Would you like to see rare Pokemon poses?
Why do you have to word it like that?
Play this Pokeflute to make it happen. It's easy to use. The sub button allows you to play the Pokeflute. You can listen to different music by using it. Try playing it often. Shall I repeat this information?
Okay, so let me see how I... Thank goodness this has a way to view the controls so I can see how I actually do this. Okay, X is play the Pokeflute. So I need to find those other Pikmin signs. I get the feeling that each of these kind of indicates the area where they're at. So, like, excuse me, the color of each of these indicates the area where they're at. So let's go. Well, the Mewtwo sign would be on the beach then, which how do I get the Mewtwo sign?
Yes.
Hold on. Marza's fan says, well, Professor Oak, why are we playing dog whistles in a nature reserve? Don't answer that. Oh, he doesn't like it. Pikachu doesn't like that. I really want to get a good picture of that Lapras, but... Maybe the Lapras likes the music? Or not. Oh, he likes the music. He's jamming. Oh, that's right, I have the dash engine. No. Okay, nothing there. Oh, that's right, there's that alternate track. Let me keep looking around. Jackie says, Professor Oak, go take a picture of a secret lab experiment. Wait, what? Professor? Okay. Need to find each of those Pikmin signs. Well, I think the, Oh, you know what? Let me save this, Well, no, I do like, as far as saving personal Pikachu pictures to my personal album, I do like surfing Pikachu a little bit more. Hmm.
Yes.
Let's see what's like this. Wait, is this not special? It's Pikachu doing the lightning attack. It's doing a Thunderbolt. Okay, fine. All the work I do for this man, and he doesn't appreciate it. Well, it's Snorlax dancing. Okay, so let's continue. Let's focus on getting the Pikmin sign so that I can go to the secret course. Here, I'll go back to the beach and I'll find them. I already found the one in the valley, so let me find the other 5. Let's search around for... Hmm. There seems like a... Gosh, something... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, that might be the Kingler. Okay, that's the sign. That's the first sign. That's the Kingler sign. So I was wrong in that the colors correspond to what area they're in. I'm guessing then that means that it's like the order they're in. Oh, I see. This is like to make the Pokemon happy, Professor Oak. Your flute made the Snorlax dance. Oh, it did? Ha! Well, that's not what I wanted at all. I want the Snorlax to rip. I want a Snorlax to rip that Butterfree apart. Throw this picture out. Oh. I don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Okay. Yeah, let me just focus on getting all the signs. Hmm. Okay, maybe he'll like this Kangaskhan picture.
Yes.
Nah, okay, no. No, he does not.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, that's 2 of the signs.
Welcome back.
Him saying that you'll be able to enter the secret course means that he already knows where the secret course is. Even though he said he doesn't know where these signs are. Alright, let's go to... Yeah, Pikmin sign. Okay, so... Yeah, this is probably... First one was at the beach, sixth one was at the valley. So probably the last ones, they correspond to like which area they're in. So let's go... Let's go to the tunnel. I feel like I should be able to do something with this. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Let me say... Okay, let me put a save, like, right before that Zapdos egg. Hmm. Yeah, let me put a save point right here. Oh, wait. I got an idea. Maybe if I try to lead the Pikachu over near that Zapdos egg. Oh, dang it. There, okay. There's Zapdos. Okay, it's powering a generator. So that might create that pincer. Uh, there it is. Okay. Okay, that's the sign I needed. And that answers what was in this area, so that's this one. Let's go ahead and get out of here. So I got a picture of Zapdos, and I got the second one of these. So let me send this picture of the Zapdos. And
Yes. Wonderful.
really, that's all?
Oh.
I awakened a legendary Pokemon and saw it power up a generator, and that's all I get?
Wonderful. Welcome
Hmm.
back.
Oh, wait, not there. Yeah, it's already like 7:30, but I mean, it looks like that secret area is going to be like the final area, so I'll just go ahead and keep going until I beat this game. Okay, next to the volcano. Also, for that personal goal, like I have that personal goal of oh, wait, that might be. Hey, hold on. I think that might be. Actually, let me retry the course. I think that might be where I need for that coughing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I needed. Yeah, I think that's the picture I needed. Yeah, as far as like that personal goal I've had of beating 30 games before the end of the year, if I reach, yeah, I'm beating this game tonight. If I beat, yeah, if I beat this game, beating this game tonight, that should land me at game number 20. That should land me at game number 28, which means I'll only have to beat 2 more games. Which I've got Mega Man Zero. That's one of the games. If I'm able to stream, if I'm able to do like 3 8-hour long streams next week, which that'll be if I don't hear back from this job I interviewed for by the end of tomorrow, then I'll try. Then I'll go ahead and continue doing like I'll do another 3 day long or a 3 day week of 8-hour long streams next week, and in that case, I'll definitely play Mega Man Zero 2 and go ahead and beat that game. What? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So I got it right, I just didn't take the angle correctly. Also, what the heck you put in these seeds? Okay, that's the sign. I won't even bother taking a picture of the Moltres. Yeah, I won't even bother taking... Oh, I don't want to run into the Vulpix. I feel very bad. Here, let me knock... I don't really blame these, I don't really blame these legendary birds for being so angry every time, being angry. They're like, every time I return here, they're just constantly being, like, shoved back in an egg, and they have to hatch, like, all over again. I'm sure that's gotta be, like, really annoying. Hmm. Now, so where to next? I might be able to use the Poke Flute on that Vile Plume, because I never woke it up. Yeah, that seems like a place where I could use that.
Yes.
That seems like a place where I could use the, Poke Flute, because the Pester Balls and the apples didn't wake up the,
Wonderful.
didn't wake up the Vile Plume.
Welcome back.
Okay, it's... Yeah. It is here. Let me go to... Yeah, River.
Yes.
And let's keep an eye out for... I think it's a Cubone. Don't remember anything that looks like a Cubone around here. Okay, let's try. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. That's the Cubone. So last would be the Mewtwo constellation in the... The last one would be the Mewtwo constellation in the cave. So I just need to think of, like, where I could see a Mewtwo constellation. Or not constellation, symbol. It wouldn't be a constellation, because there's no stars down there in the cave. Although that would be a freaking crazy environment. Oh, I'm going to write that down. That is... I was just throwing... I was completely misspeaking there. That is a great idea for an area. You go into a cave and look up, and suddenly there are just stars in the distance. That might have been done in some game, I'm sure, but... Alright. So... Yeah, let's use this one. There.
Yes.
Overall, I'd say this is overall, I'd say it's a pretty good, decent game. Pretty decent spin-off game. It is interesting, it is an interesting take on a rail shooter.
Wonderful.
Like, because, I mean, most rail shooters are, again, they're shooters. You shoot things with a gun. And a lot of times you have to play them like a light gun. But they actually kind of made this work pretty well with a controller instead of a gun. Like, they made this kind of work, not well with a controller, but like it makes sense why this would be good to play with a controller instead of like a light gun or with a peripheral, because I mean you're using a camera. Okay, so I just need a Mewtwo one.
Welcome back.
I think I got all these. Yeah, okay. Just need the Mewtwo. So it's got to be in the cave. There is that area with those shining rocks that are floating in midair. Oh, there's also the Articuno egg. don't think there's anything else I can go here. Oh, they're dancing. Or maybe not. Okay, we'll not save the Jigglypuff this time. Let me instead look around for, There's that Pikachu there. Oh, he's one of these dang Pikachus. Oh, okay, is that one of the signs? I guess that is the Mewtwo side. Sorry. We'll see if I can activate the... Oh, sweet, Articuno. Okay. Now then... That Articuno's been freed. Okay, let's keep going. That was the one of the legendary birds that I did not have to mess with in order to let them out of their egg. There I just played a nice little tune. Instead of shocking its egg or kicking it into a lava pool. Okay, there is the Mewtwo one. That kind of looks like the Mewtwo art on the... That was used often... Well, I think... Well, I was about to say the Mewtwo art that's often used in, like, the really old Pokemon cards, but I'm pretty sure that that was just, like, the illustration for Mewtwo they would use.
Yes.
Alright, let's just get some points for this.
Wonderful. Oh. Wonderful.
Okay. That's all the signs.
Welcome back.
You finally got all the Pikmin side pictures. After looking at these 6 pictures, I've noticed that the signs are just like the constellations that can be seen from Pokemon Island. That's the key to this mystery. Now it all makes sense. It's the sky. Rainbow cloud floating in the sky is the secret course.
Sure hope we don't have to get there by Rainbow Road. I don't think this photographer is ready for Mario Kart.
Someone in the clouds must have created the Pokemon signs. They have made a new path to the Rainbow Cloud. This could prove very important for Pokemon research. Good luck, Brawl.
Let's save here. I'm guessing. Yeah, it sounds like the final area. Okay. Yeah. I said this on Tuesday stream, but if I am able to get this job, what I'd like to spend December doing is like playing through some of the games that released this year that I wasn't able to get. Like I'd really
Yeah.
Ooh. The secret course. In that case, I should find the rarest Pokemon. Rarest Pokemon for like the next 1 or 2 years. Yeah, if I'm able to get like if I am able to get hired by this job and I can get a paycheck soon from them, depending on how soon I can get a paycheck from them, I'd like to spend December playing through like some of the games I missed from or haven't been able to play through throughout this year. Like I'd really like to play Marvel Cosmic Invasion because that releases in December, as well as Metroid Prime 4. Because that also releases in December. And then like Digimon Story Time Stranger, because that one's I've been interested in, and the new Dispatch game that just came out. That one I also would like to play, but it's going to heavily depend on if I get hired by this job.
Yes.
Okay, to the Rainbow Cloud. This almost looks like an arena. This doesn't look like a sky. It almost looks like an arena. Oh, it's Mew. Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of expected. Oh, hello. Oh no, you're going to get photographed, you hear me? Am I just breaking its shield to get a picture? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? Is this guy really like... Okay, well... Oh, dang it. This does feel almost like a real shoot, like an actual real shooter when I'm shooting something. An auto, I mean, it's an interesting take on like a boss for this sort of game. I feel so bad. Like, Mew's just hanging around up here, amusing itself. And we just, in order to take a picture, we're just gonna start attacking its shield. Okay, got Mew. Actually, I was saying, I've been joking around throughout this whole playthrough that Mew isn't really as, like, rare as, it had been in previous, like, in the first gen. It's been nowhere near as rare as it was in the... Or it's not really as special as it was in the first gen, because it's not like... Because the 151st Pokemon doesn't really mean much anymore. But they do. They have still kind of, like, even after that point, just kind of rarely, like, Mew doesn't really show up much. Not like Mewtwo, who shows up, like, every single game. Mew's still kind of just been, like, rarely used. So I guess it does still have that kind of, like, importance about it. Although it being, like, an alien creature isn't really, like, that's nowhere near special anymore. Because, I mean, like, as early as Gen 3, there were... as early as... Mewtwo was like, it might be an alien? Is it an alien? A mystical creature from an ancient time? Who knows? And then, like, Gen 3 were like, oh, but here's Deoxys. It is an alien. Okay, no. I guess that'll work.
Yes. Wow.
Wow, isn't this the rare Pokemon Mew? The rare Pokemon Mew has a value of 2,500 points. It's not that good. Tell me some slack here. I had to go up onto the clouds amongst the stars and catch a picture. I'm not even sure photography would work at that point.
You were close.
But it would have been better if it were a larger shot. I'll save the results of today's trip in the Pikmin report. Let's return to the lab.
Welcome back. You made
You
it.
You made it, bro. I never believed that Mew lived on this island.
What did you think lived up on there on that rainbow cloud? You knew that was here.
Our Pikmin report now has a very memorable picture. Wait, just one? What about all the others I took? Thank you, bro. This is all because of your hard work. It was so nice to find a photographer as good as you. Bye for now. All right. Thank you for you took a picture of Mew. Well, thank you for your hard work. Now get the fuck off my island.
See you.
See you until new Pokemon Snap, which is like 20 years after this game. Bye! Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, I guess I should have expected, like, a big ending, considering, like, I guess I should have expected, like, a big ending, because it was, like, how simple the game is, but still. Well, alright then. I did it. That's this game beaten. And actually, I beat it before 8 p.m. So I will still get the 4 hours of, like, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. It's alright. It's alright. I think I would have...
I'm not sure if that I would have like really loved that as a kid. I think like okay, maybe if I like was playing that as a kid and saw like the big model. Well, even then, I played Pokemon Stadium as a kid, and like when I was a kid, the big like 3D the 3D models like being animated so well in Pokemon and Pokemon Stadium were really impressive. So I'm not sure if this game would have impressed me as much then. But hey, nice 4 hour long game, not that long. Yeah, not that long game, pretty simple. All right, pretty good. Also, that makes hold on, I need to check. So as far as playthroughs I've done on the channel, this makes 188. I have about so for those who don't know, every like 100th playthrough on the channel, I do a really special one, and well, yeah, because of this, we're getting closer to the 200th playthrough. I'm gonna have to decide what game I play for that. And then I also had like a personal goal of like playing 30 because I turned 29 in January of this year and I turned 30 in January of next year. I wanted to kind of use this year as a year where I play through a bunch of games on my backlog. And yeah, this makes game number 28. So I only have two more games left to beat until I've reached that goal, which I hope I should, unless something happens which stops me from streaming, I should be able to beat two games before the end of, before January. Yeah, that was pretty decent. Glad I got to play it. Pretty fun game. All right. So yeah, that was. I really don't have much to say about that. It was just like it was a simple rail shooter where you took pictures of Pokemon. The one thing that was the most surprising was just how like at first it seems that Professor Oak is pretty nice, but then he's like actually, but then like what he keeps having me like retake photos and like agitate the Pokemon to get better pictures. So, let me take. I'm gonna take a short break. Let's see. What was my? Yeah, I'm gonna take a short break. And when I get back, I'm gonna continue with a Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. So let me just take a little. I'm just gonna take a little bit to. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a short break, and when I get back, we're gonna continue Order of Ecclesia. Now, for if you're watching the YouTube version of this, I am going to cut the YouTube VOD for a second and then bring it right back up. I usually separate the YouTube VODs by what game I'm playing, just in case, like, if you want to watch like one, if you want to watch me play like one game, maybe you don't want to watch like the full 8 hour long stream. That way, it's easier to watch. So yeah, we're gonna let me just I'll take we'll go on break. And when I'm back, more Order of Ecclesia. I do want to say though, even though there's no donation duels going on right now, any donations are really appreciated right now, especially direct donations, because I'll receive the money from your donation like immediately, instead of having to wait until like half a month instead of having to wait until like half a month to a month after at least after it's been donated. So yeah, direct donations are really appreciated right now, but subs, gift subs, and bits are also really appreciated right now, just because it helps me stay financially stable whilst I'm looking for a new job. But if you're not able to donate, I understand it. Thank you for at least watching the stream. So yeah, let me just, let's take it. I'll be right back. And when I'm back, more Order of Ecclesia. So, back in a little bit.